Are you looking to add a deck on? Needing a new roof? Wanting to upgrade a kitchen or even start from scratch? Timmy Ramey has many years of experience in the business. Honest, hardworking, and fair is what you'll get. Give Timmy Ramey Builders a call for your next project. You can call Timmy Ramey Builders at 864-918-3439.
Got dull or flaky paint on your car? Don't stress. Brandon carries Hitman Paint and Body in Pendleton, South Carolina, can fix it all. From minor touch-ups to major repairs, he knows how to make your vehicle look brand new again. Using quality materials and paying attention to detail, he ensures you're happy with the results.
Fat Rabbit and Steve Show.
What's going on, buddy?
I'm telling you, man, that was a classic. That was a classic. That final round was a classic.
So that it was a build up to it, and had a couple of letdowns, but
I felt bad. I had Chris Tapp was on the bleachers, and I seen Terry walking across because they had taken a break, and she was walking across. And I said, the only way anybody's going to stop Shane Maddox is in the tower. and then they pull out there, and then they had the little mess up on the lights. But you know what? It showed they were true professionals. Both of them had good laps. I mean, it was it didn't mess them up none, and they got after it.
What you expected for sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But it turned out really good. A lot to talk about. We're gonna have Jaden on and Shane. We're fortunate to have Shane. Looks like KB's gonna be in here with us tonight. We're gonna have the Lizard Man helping us with some of the questions and stuff. And I guess
So
you want to get started with some of the race results, or you got anything else to add to it?
no, I was just gonna say we had really where shows Union and Greer all race Saturday. So you want to run through those results for us?
Well, Ware Shoals, we had in the pro class, we had Justin Coker. I think that's 2 in a row for him. Down there, Johnny Helms, big man Johnny Helms, he got runner up. Cody Oxner was in the 3rd spot. No box was Jim Wood, Dustin Carroll, and Mike Kaiser finishing out the top 3. Junior dragster was Hunter Smith. I think that was their first win.
Yeah. Hey, before you go on, they're fairly new. I know this is actually a brand new motor. Like this whole combination's new to them this season, so that's pretty cool. His dad Zach. I know they were really happy for that to get that win. So.
Well, I'm gonna tell you to go down. That Ware Shoals bunch in the junior dragster division is a pretty tough bunch. To go down there and win a race is pretty impressive. Carson Brazier, the Brazier boys, they always finishing up in the race results. They got runner up. Travis Pace and Colton Dodge, and them Dodging boys you're starting to hear a lot about.
I think Colton he can fill up a result sheet anywhere he goes. Looks like it don't matter where he's at. He's done a good job. I know Cody and them's pleased with their results. And the youngest one's got a win earlier in the year, didn't he? I believe. So yeah, that's good for sure.
Sportsman, it was Josh Carroll, Ralph Deloach, Dustin Carroll, and Daniel Farmer out of Mike Farmer's exhaust and brakes, muffler and brakes shop. He's back at it again. I don't think he's raced in a while.
That's pretty cool to see. Yeah, for sure. So, Ralph's kind of. I look at Ralph's name and Jim Wood's name. Those are names that's filled up result sheets as well for years.
Oh yeah.
They're still after it. We talk about the Carrolls. I mean, there's Dustin, what he runners up and no box and semi, then Sportsman, and then Josh wins. So definitely a tough bunch there for sure. Now, old Johnny, I guess he got his donkeys up before he come to the racetrack, didn't he?
He must have. He's always getting after it, but I ain't heard a whole lot out of him in a while. But sound like he's back on it.
He got them old donkeys, that farm he's got down there in Lawrence. So I like picking at old Johnny.
Yeah,
for sure. Now, what you got for Union? Oh, no, just saying that Jim's 78 years young. That's crazy to still be getting after it. What you got for Union there, Tom?
Union County, we had the 470 Index boys. Look like Joseph Bagwell. I've seen him do a lot of 490 stuff, but I guess that old car do 470s like it ain't nothing to. But he picked the win up over T.J. Luther, and semis was Nick Klein and John Hodson. Looks like the 6 flat index was Matt Howcroft and over Stevie Setchler, and Ed Polly and Junior Setchler picked up the semis. In the bracket mulligan, the winner was Danny Sinclair over Dawson Polly, and the semis was Steve Rogers and Travis Henson. Modified winner transfer, the winner was Travis Henson over Greg Allen. And the junior mulligan was Oakley Humphreys over Gage Plyler.
So I think Oakley's had a good year as well. That's Bud's son. I think they've done really well this year. I noticed that Plyler name. That name's been around a long time, so I'm assuming that's either a grandson or a son to one of those, and continuing on winning ways there. But I guess we'll roll into our uh, results from Greer for the 10K. Quick 16, Shane picked up the win over Turtle there, and then Shane won the main event over Kevin, KB. And then on your bad 16, the no box class, uh, Ross Freeman over Steve Wagner. Ross is one of those guys that I think he's, can multitask. I see him in a dragster. I've seen him hit the top in a door car, and he's probably swaps feet, and then he's can use the button, I guess, as well on the bottom. That Wagner bunch is pretty tough as well. I think at 4, I believe Ernie and Harold ran each other. I don't have numbers in front of me, but that was a really good lap there. Ernie Humes had come down and run, so it was good to see him. And I think he actually made good many rounds as well in the main event too. So it was good to see that. And then the juniors, which we'll have our own just a few minutes. Jaden Price picks up the win over Riker Johnson. This is his first season as well, first final. So it was really good to see him do well Saturday. And then Macy Alexander was semis. I want to say that was at 6 cars. She's 028, 029 package.
Yep.
To beat Rodney. I think Rodney makes a good lap. Just want to say he's like 10 at the tree and maybe under 1 or 2,000.
It broke out like 1,000 or 2. It was close,
yeah.
But the little girl didn't give a whole lot. She didn't.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he was running her down. But I'm going to say Saturday, she probably was the biggest, had the most fans.
Yeah.
Because she was doing good. I talked to Mike, and he said that they got her to start deep staging, and I think it worked out good for her. I thought she was going to pull it off,
Right. Which we've talked about over the course of the time, that she's really has grown as a driver, and that'll continue for sure. But did you have anything before we rolled into the our burnout contest?
The burnout contest went perfect. I mean, I don't know if we got any pictures of our winners, but our winner was the door car was Matt Batson, and Dave Brown was the dragster winner. But I would tell you what, that went over really good. Them boys really, really got after it. I think I love the strategy that Dave Brown had. He was the first one out, and he just laid it down. He went to the third telephone pole from the end of the track.
I was gonna say, he told me that he wasn't gonna do a big burnout. I'm like, yeah, right. But then he says he pulls in the water, and David Hall standing on the start line, and he just kind of, I guess, did a little provoking and gave him a little gesture that he should do with big ones, and so he does. Yeah, I don't know if I would. My strategy would be wait to see what I had to do, but I guess he went ahead and just, hey, this is, if you can beat this, go ahead. Matt just did Matt Batson things. I mean, I didn't expect much different from him. So
yeah, I think his wife, she was excited about it when I first posted what that we were doing it, but I think we got a video of some of that if we can play it. I don't know if we can or not, but Bats was beautiful. It was just worked that thing out through there
Yeah.
like a pro mod, like it was he was John Force or something, you know.
Yeah.
But I guess we can go ahead and bring Chad in and let him chime in on things, and then we'll bring her on. Hey Chad, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, fellas,
Hey,
appreciate you.
you missed the show, man. It was a pretty good show.
That's why I was going to start off. I don't guess I ever say it at the beginning of the show, but thank y'all for having me on. But I was looking forward, being as I missed the show, to recap what happened and hear it from firsthand um, of what happened and what took place. And yeah, the burnout contest. I don't think you need to provoke Matt too much, but I mean, you know, just
Nah.
give him a little incentive. He ain't scared to walk it out through there. So.
Yeah,
And
just wave a little money in front of him.
Yeah, I'd
He'll
like to.
do it.
Well, I've seen the video of Days. I'd like to have been there in person to hear that old blower singing out through there.
Oh yeah, and when he stops, he wraps it up one good
Oh,
time, maybe
oh yeah,
twice.
the clear out's as good as anything.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. The I guess we got a new track record. Oh yeah,
He sure enough did it.
oh yeah.
Well, do we got? Oh yeah, yeah. That was good. I was glad, and we made had little plaques for them, and again we put up 100 in each one, and Johnny's Restoration, John Boy Smith. I thanks to him for throwing in another 100. It made 150 apiece. So it was probably some people wouldn't have wanted to put the wear and tear on their equipment, but it really everybody enjoyed it. I know the area that I was, there was people cheering when they both of them did what they did. So I knew they was definitely the winners because they was wanting it, you know.
Well, did John Boy end up driving Jackie's car?
Yeah, they had some flaws, new gremlins. They had put a motor in, and I don't know what that kind of pass he made. Did you see what he made the last?
I know the fastest run he made. He went 4:54, I believe.
He did.
There, because they actually bought back and made. He got by second round. I think third round he went 4:54, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but where was he at in the burnout contest? Jackie not persuade him to walk it on out through there, or what? I mean,
Like Jackie's still on the IR, so he. If they let Jackie slide in there and use that right leg, I think he might have tangled with Matt just a little bit there. But
it would have been good. It would have been good. I knew that.
I figure he'd get healed up for the next one. I figure it's in June, is that right?
Yeah.
June.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get him back on the mend. He's probably going through therapy right now to get ready for that. He'll be after that next $100, you know. So
Are we ready to bring Jaden in?
Yeah.
Let's bring her. Hey girl, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Congratulations on Saturday. That was a pretty big deal to go over there and walk through that field.
Oh yeah, it was a long day for sure.
What was you driving good? Do you have any breaks along the way, or?
Honestly, I think it was just one of those days that just went on forever, and I was tired and ready to go home.
We have them days for sure. Yeah.
It was definitely a day.
Tell us a little bit about you, the car.
So I've had my car for 12 years now. I got it when I was 7. Rebuilt the whole thing because when I got it, it was actually a Wreck Junior. And so we rebuilt it, and ever since then, I've had a few other cars, and they just did not stick with me. I did not like them.
I guess. Yes.
Yeah. But it's been rebuilt 3 different times, a bunch of different motors, body work different, frames different, everything. It's been through a lot for sure.
I'll say y'all. Seems like you and your dad work really well together. I can see he puts a lot of effort into your racing, and
Yeah.
you see that his racing is kind of put to the side, for yours. And what does that? Talk to us about that, like y'all's
So,
teamwork there.
so we bump heads like everybody else does. We do. But for the most part, like I do all like the oil changing, checking over the car, making sure everything's good how it needs to be, and kind of just he comes up back over me and checks everything. But where we really click together is on that track, and when I do my burnout, and you know, we have secret little motions like this. We'll wipe your tires down, give it a little time for the other people. It's just a lot of communication that we have, which is really nice.
Gotcha. Now, what grade are you in?
So I'm actually a senior this year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's my last year in a junior too.
Okay.
I graduate actually in a couple weeks, sadly.
Where Shoals? Is that right?
So I used to go to Ware Shoals,
Okay.
but then I was homeschooled so I could race more.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
So you're old enough and you've done the necessary paperwork to run faster than the 790. I mean, in the past you went 790. Is there a bit difference running down the quicker ETs versus the 790 ETs?
It definitely is. Because like if you like let's say like I'm a 750 car. All right, and then I got to run like a 12-15. That's a long time to wait. And if they're good on that light, you better be better so you can pace them down and get down there before them. It's completely different than what I was expecting it to be. When I went to 750s compared to 790s.
Right.
Totally different. Because like I wasn't expecting having to chase so far ahead. Even with like 790s too. Like I'm just sitting there waiting.
Right. Yeah.
Now you've even made pass in your bid card too, correct?
Oh yeah. I did that a couple times at Shady Side, and the first time I did it, my foot came off the gas. And I made a decent pass. I went like 534, not too bad. And then the second pass that we made, I made sure it didn't come off the gas, and I went down there and I went a 509, and I was just so happy that I was going so much faster than I at all after I went through the finish line. So it was a 2-step popping and crackling. Oh, it was so bad. The chip was done.
That's funny. What's so talking about that? What is the plan after this year that you're getting? Now that you're getting out of juniors, are you getting the dragster? Or?
Oh yeah, I'm getting the dragster.
Okay. So does your dad know this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't want his though. I want mine. I
got you.
want a different one.
Does he know this?
Yeah, he knows this because he's
Okay.
the one who told me, "Oh, you're not getting my car."
I got you. Go ahead, Tom. What you got?
I see you race at a lot of different tracks. I see the Shady Side, the Union, the Ware Shoals, Greer.
Yes,
I think I
sir.
see it Darlington, different place. Where do you call home? What is your home track, or do you have a track you say that's my home track?
I have came to love Shady Side. Shady Side is probably what I would call my home track.
Yeah.
I love racing at Shady Side. The people there, they're amazing. They're sweet. They care. The track is amazing. Like, and they're even trying to improve, even though it's good how it is. They're always looking.
Oh yeah, they're always, and they gonna do even more in the.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's pretty well. What do you got a driver that you look up to on the local level, and do you have a driver that you idolize on maybe the NHRA, a professional driver, Eric Enders, or anybody like that? Do you have anybody you say that's my driver?
So for the longest time, and it still is my dad.
Yeah.
I've always looked up to him, and I always will, just to be like him. Always, like, no matter what happens to his car, he's always there to fix it.
Yeah.
He's always going to fix it, and it's going to be better than how it always will be. And when I was younger, I loved Courtney Force.
Yeah.
She was my idol.
Oh, yeah.
And then she stopped racing, and I was so sad. So then it became Brittany Force.
Gotcha.
So it's definitely, I look up to both of them a lot.
That's good. That's good.
Cool. Now, do you run points at Shady Side? Is that what?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. I got you.
I came up second last year in points.
Got you. Chad, what you got?
Well, she said at the same time. I'm pretty sure she finished second last year, and it come down to the Nick and Tuck era down to the last race there as well.
It was 1 point difference between
wow.
first.
Oh
Yep.
wow.
That's what I think. Well, obviously, I mean, you driving a junior, you made some laps on a big car. I mean, you obviously show that you've got, the skills to drive both. I mean, is that something? I mean, is there? I guess where did you pick up on that? I mean, how long have you been racing juniors and driving and stuff?
So I've been racing my junior since I was 8, and I've had the same car and same everything. But what really got me into it was my dad drag boat racing.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was about 4 or 5 years old, and I said, "Daddy, let me drive the boat. Let me race the boat." And he's like, "Absolutely not." And I said, "I want a junior." And I had to beg for one for 2 years, and then I finally got one. So, yeah.
It's worked out good for you.
Oh, yeah.
Now, do you use any of your racing skills when you're driving out on Highway 25 there in Wershow?
I try not to, but I'm looking over my shoulders, making sure no people are around when I get over.
But you consider yourself a good driver then, though, right? For the most part.
Yeah, for the most part.
Was there a time that you ever backed somebody's car into the ditch down at the end of the driveway or anything?
I actually have. My mom's old car.
So you didn't know we'd have insight on you, did we?
Wow, I forgot about that.
Oh.
Wow. I wasn't expecting that one.
Did you get behind on your guiding or what?
I was just backing up, and it just went into the ditch.
How old was you when that happened?
Honestly, I think I was maybe 13.
Okay.
Or I was young. I think I was maybe at the most 15. Just got my permit or something. I was backing up, and it just right into the ditch.
Sorry, I did ask for some research behind the scenes to try to get something on you that you could laugh about.
You got me. I was not ready for that one.
She said you're a speed demon.
Oh, I am. It's terrible. I actually got my first speeding ticket last November. Yeah, it
Uh-oh.
was not okay.
What do you do other than race? Do you play computers, or do you four-wheeler motorcycle race, or do you do anything? What do you do when you're not racing? What do you do for fun?
We like to go and ride four-wheelers a lot. Like, we'll pack them up in the trailer and go to, like, Carolina Adventure World. There's a bunch of different places we've been racing on the weekend. Well, not racing on the weekends,
Yeah,
and we'll go and ride four-wheelers, which
that's
is pretty fun, too.
That's cool. Is there this being your last year, is there a race that you want to try to hit before you age out this season?
So the Kids for Kids race that Darlington has, that one is like, I'm a for sure I have to be there because I've been every single year that they've had it, and being that this is my last year, I got to be there.
I guess.
Support all those kids.
I guess.
I love what they do for them.
Yeah, it's a good thing for sure. Y'all got anything else?
I appreciate you coming on here with us, and I tell you what, you got a good season under your belt started, and I think you'll finish out strong, and we wish you the best, and we really do appreciate you coming on here and hanging with us.
Oh, thank you for having me on here.
Appreciate it. Good luck to you the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Jaden.
Thank you.
You be good.
You too.
That was pretty good. Another thing Hank had acknowledged we needed to talk about, and we can do it when we get Shane and Kevin on here, but the times that was laid down, I think we got a couple pictures of the scoreboards.
We got a new track record. Yeah. So 378. Because he went 79. He came back, went 78. Well,
you want to bring Kevin and or Shane on and talk with him, and we might pull that up and discuss it here in just a bit with Kevin.
Yep.
Bring Shane on. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You look good over there. So that was a classic. You and Kevin, y'all put on a good show, man. I'm telling you what, that was a good final round. I think every lap you look good that I seen. I'm sure you might have had one.
Wait a minute. Dallas told me that the man was 20-something, I think, first round, and he said they screwed up and didn't take care of him that first round. He said he's just sitting over there with that grin he's got on his face now, like, yeah, y'all did mess up. So he said they let him back in the door. They left the door wide open. That was a chance they could get on him, and they didn't do it.
Yeah, first round was a little lucky. I think I bumped 3 times to be 28 and
Oh, Lord.
got away with it. And then after that, it kind of got in groove and it's pretty good after that.
What is it about the 10K? Well, it was the 5K to start with, but what is it about that race at Greer that it's your race?
I don't know. Just get rolling.
Do you bear down even anymore, being more money, or is it just
I guess so, but not really. Just everything just fell into place.
Well, the runs I seen, I think I heard 9 a couple times, and it ain't like you're 001 and 2. You're like leaving just a little bit on the table. The runs that I'm seeing you throw down, but even at that, it's tight runs, and ain't nobody getting in on it. I can tell you that. But you're the most consistent person I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it's just it's crazy. But I was sitting there thinking, um, when Macy was talking about Macy a little earlier, was like I made a remark. I said she is probably the most popular. Everybody, because everybody say like, hey, Macy, Well, I was thinking to myself, they used to do that for Shane when he was out there running that junior. Now he's whooping their butts. But anyway, it's amazing. I love to see you do good. I've watched you from the juniors all the way up, and I've always been a fan. And if you're a betting person, you can definitely bet on you. You're gonna show out to get the job done.
I try.
The
Chad, jump on.
final round against Turtle, that was you run Turtle in the finals. What did Turtle in the finals?
Of the Twitch
Yeah, the quick
16.
16. Yeah.
Yeah.
And but I was like, I figured he might throw something at you, and
Yeah, I
know,
knew he had beat Kevin the round before and made a good lap, so I figured he was going to be on it, but then he went red.
yeah. But
Well, something I thought was cool was there the finals of the dragster side, and I think we had a picture of it somewhere. But I mean, I was looking at the scoreboard and I'm thinking, you're like on a 439, and I'm like, I look over at Josh's scoreboard, it's 379. I'm like, man,
Yeah,
this.
Josh was like 43 miles per hour faster than I was.
I was like, if it worked out for you for sure, but like, what was like, what did you think when you? I mean, did you just drive or you just try to pick a spot? And I mean,
I ripped like one time just because it felt good leaving, but I don't know why. I like the run before I was going like 440 with a zero. And like I had intentions on dialing 40, and then I just told Bristol, I'm like, I'm dialing 39, and I'm gonna run to the scoreboard lights up. I'm like,
and
because
you
I
didn't.
can't drive him. And
And
it
you did.
left and felt good. I should have known I wasn't breaking out, but I still ripped it one time. But I just looked back. I looked back one time. I saw him coming, and I never looked back again.
Yes, that was crazy. And what was wild was, I mean, they didn't make that first qualifying run.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
a funny story. Like Josh was mad at Scott after the second qualifying run. He gets back and I said, "What'd you go?" And he said he was fussing. He's like, "Dad turned it down. It only went 384." And I was like, "Well, what are you mad about?" And he said, "Because I want the track record." And Scott's like, "Son, you missed your first qualifying run. If we go out and shake, you ain't even going to qualify right here. That's why I turned it down."
that's what I was thinking. I was
But
like,
like
man,
Josh, all he was focused on was he wanted the track record.
which he ended up getting it. But I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm thinking like, here you are, you might not get in the show right here if it shakes, But
Yeah, that's what I'd actually told Bristol that before we went down that last qualifying run. I'm like, Josh, I know he wants track record, but he better make sure it goes down the racetrack too.
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you something about his car when during the last qualifying, talking about the burnout contest. He come out of the water and just kind of like woofed it just a little bit, and it just. I was like, man, if he would just run that thing out there a little ways, it would have been very impressive.
Well, I don't know if you noticed against me
yeah.
third round, he didn't even hardly do a burnout.
I know.
And I thought, is it going to go down? What's it going to do? And he's dialed 79 and goes 378. I was like,
Yeah.
well, I guess he
Yeah,
don't need a burnout.
It just kind of cleaned the tires off. There was no smoke, and it was like it hooks before like really early, and I'm going, this might not be good right here, but he went. So I know in between, I guess it was dash or qualifying for them in first round. Greer was like, well, I guess I need to go out here and spray the track. He said, Kevin slowed down a whole number. He said, he said I need to go out there and work on it a little bit. So, and he just had that little grin on his face, like, and I was like, man, I mean, it probably got 10 degrees, 15 degrees hotter by the time they run again. But he slowed down the whole number, so Greer had to go out there and prep the track. So, but
You'll bring Kevin in.
yeah,
Let's bring Kevin in. Hey, I got him right here. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
What's up, fellas?
what's going on, buddy?
That was a good
Not
good
much.
deal. I know it didn't turn out on your side of the fence. You wasn't holding but about 12 numbers, I think, but you was getting in on it every
I wasn't
time.
gonna give him a clean look at least.
I think he kicked it. I think he kicked it before it shifted. And by the time he kicked it, he just pushed it to high and then kicked it again.
As bad as it is, I still knew I wasn't where I need to be. I'm like, oh, this ain't good.
I really hadn't watched Kevin run a whole lot, but I was sitting in the water box. It was like, I think it was 5th round. I was in the water box behind him, and like he's just, the hood scoops rocking early and a lot. And I'm like, he's going to light it up 4 or 5 above, and it lights up dead 4. And I was like, oh my, he's holding a lot today.
Maybe just a little bit.
Just a few.
Just a few.
Chad, you been quiet? What you got?
Well, I mean, I know we talked about it in the preview last week. I mean, I've sung Shane's praises, I've sung Kevin's praises, but I mean that's 3 for 3 now on the 10Ks, right, Shane?
Yes, sir.
But now the second one, you did not win the Twit 16. Is that because you didn't qualify? Is that right?
Yeah, I wasn't fast enough then. I didn't qualify.
Now that was the one Larry Roberts and all them showed up to, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So actually, I mean, we could be talking about a clean sweep and everything, but you wasn't fast enough to qualify.
I wasn't fast enough.
Well,
I need a little nitrous on there.
So what does Greer pay you to make a post at his next one say, I don't think I'm going to come this week, fellas? I mean, otherwise the car counts are just going to be down.
There's some kind of contingency there, isn't there, between him and Greer, maybe?
Well, I mean, that or they're going to have to, the real fast ones have to show up and say, well, the best chance I've got is when we quit 16, because once we roll over into the main race, Shane's over there. So, I mean, you have to have all the fast cars show back up again.
No, I'd rather the fast car stay home.
But now, Kevin, you was in your dragster, but now you was just in the quit 16 with your Camaro, though, correct?
That's right.
Okay.
I really wanted that shot at him with the Camaro. I was gonna blow his doors off when I come by, but Turtle Man put a stop to me before I get there.
I know. I seen where Jimmy was giving you a hard time for not getting 150 on the burnout.
I didn't know nothing about it, and them guys better be glad, because those burnouts right there, I could have beat that easy. I didn't have no idea about it. I heard nothing about that.
Hey, your dragster burnout that first lap. I think you had something for Dave Brown.
Oh, I think my door car in that one. I could have beat Matt on my door car on the first round. I didn't know he was doing it. I was just out there burning in some new tires.
But it was
when I see you do the rail the first run, I said, he knows it ain't up for grabs now. It's the last qualifying. I thought, and then he told me you were just breaking in some tires. I was like, oh my God.
I didn't even have new tires on the dragster. That was just for fun.
Oh, is that what that was?
That was just for fun there. It felt good, and I was just going to let her eat.
He's about like Matt. We could probably just holler at him a little bit, and it wouldn't take a whole lot to get him to do it.
Oh, yeah. If I'd have knew that, I would have just come out there in the dragster, and I'd have went all the way to 8th Mile and just drove back to the trailer and set that qualifying run out. Take my 150 and go back to the trailer.
Yeah, Tom showed me what Jimmy said, and then Ivy said something back like she couldn't believe it either. And I'm like, surely he knew, you know.
I had no idea. I heard nothing about that until I seen post of them collecting. I was like, man, when was that?
So should we have part 2? You're
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
We didn't market it quick enough. I guess we should have put it out a little quicker. It was kind of like I said, we had talked about it. We put it up, and then John Boy Smith with Johnny's Restoration, he wanted to kick you 100 in, and I said, well, man, it ought to be pretty good. I mean, again, I don't want nobody to tear the equipment up, but it is fun. It as a spectator, it's good to watch. I know a lot of people liked it, enjoyed it, and we've had a lot of buzz from it. And we'll probably do it again sometime or another. But it was pretty.
I'll just bring Ivy's car next time. Just go all the way to 8 Mile. Oh, wait, it's not mine. It's hers.
Oh, that ain't right.
I drive
Shane,
it more than she drives it now anyway. So,
Well, going back to the Quit 16 final there, I mean, to me, there again, as an outsider looking in, I mean, that's a little bit of a storyline in itself because, I mean, you got Shane number 1 in points, Turtle number 2 in points, and they worked their way through the Quit 16 field there to meet in the finals. So, I mean, I don't know. That's something pretty cool when I was reading results and saw all that. So.
Now, in that final round, I'm just breaking it down because I'm sitting there. Y'all pull up there, and you had the little hampton on the tree, and nobody took off and went down the track to ruin the round. Y'all backed up. I mean, I'd be like, man, my car's getting hot. I'm not gonna, which I guess y'all hold a little bit, so it don't matter. Y'all just kind of figure it in. But when you pulled back up there, which I know both y'all have run for a lot more money than that. You know what I mean? So that's chump change. But there wasn't nothing. I mean, obviously it didn't bother you. Y'all laid down good laps. But what was you thinking when all that was going on? You just said, get after it and do it, or?
I'm just thinking, like, Shane's lucky I didn't get my head on the pro tree because I crushed the pro tree. I was at least 003 or better.
Hey, listen.
I felt pretty good on pro tree as well, and all I could think when I backed up, like, just stay focused and try to do it again. I mean, it's hard enough to focus to hit it once, but we was going on trying to stage 3 times at this point.
I was thinking, just back up, put a little spin on this, zero the box out, hit the pro tree again, and y'all dial 439 and make it happen.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about taking off on the pro tree because he didn't move. I was like, I should have just left. I had been sitting there.
He should have running on down.
Should just run her on down and be like, I don't know what you was doing.
What was wrong with that guy?
Yeah, what's wrong with that guy? Tree fired.
Did y'all even look at your gauges by the time the third time rolled around?
I cut mine off both times. He was over there running, so he was probably running warmer than mine.
My ignition switch had actually broke and fell off about 2 rounds earlier. So I was having to use a screwdriver to turn it on and off. And it was in my glove box, so I just left it running.
See, Kevin, if you'd known that.
If I only knew, I'd have burned it down a little longer. I'd done been dry hot about 60 foot.
Done on the burnout, so my tires got cold.
If I'd have thought about it, I'd have backed up done on the burnout for sure.
We should dry hopped them.
Should have dry hopped it.
Shane, go ahead, Chad.
I was just saying another story. So that's the inside stuff we don't know. That's why first-hand information here. So,
yes, sir.
You got the ignition switch fixed already?
No, not yet.
Can't afford it?
Yeah, I think it was like 5th round. I went through the finish line and I reached up to cut the car off, and there was no knob on the switch anymore. So I just rolled on back to the trailer and got me a little screwdriver out where I could just stick it in, cut it on and off, and that's how I was having to do it. So I didn't even fool with cutting it off. I just sat there and let it run.
So this is for both of y'all, but with Shane, I know, Shane, you started in the door car and all and transitioned in the dragster. And you've drove Bristol's truck lately and you seem to really enjoy it.
Ready?
My question is, door car or dragster?
That's tough. That's tough. I do good in the dragster, but driving Bristol's trucks, it's fun. I really enjoy driving that thing.
Well, I know you had said that. That's why that was one of my questions I had wrote down. I was like, Kevin,
on live feed.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Door car, baby. Door car, no questions answered. Camaro, so much more fun. Yeah,
Yeah, but
door
you run
car.
390s. It's supposed to be fun.
It should be
It was
fun.
better than the dragster, though. Honestly, I mean that thing's stupid. It's fun and fast.
It was pretty good.
Mhm.
Did you hear what I said earlier about what Greer said about working on the track? Said
Yeah, I give him a hard time about it.
said it slowed down.
Yeah, slow down like 4 or 5,000 one run.
Yeah. But what y'all got? Anything else for them?
I have to say the track was. I mean, my old raggedy junk. I think it varied 4,000 on 60 foot. What few runs I got to make, but I just couldn't let go of a dang button on time. I couldn't find my way out of a wet paper sack Saturday, but
I
was
feel like
impressive what
the
y'all
track was definitely. I felt like it was good Saturday. I have been kind of fighting a little bit with it shaking tires, and actually my first 2 qualifying runs I went 440 both runs, but it shook a little. So before first round, I pulled timing out and actually turned it down some leaving. So going into first round, I was a little lost, but my car was just extremely good. I know, like at the points race, it had fell off a little once it got nighttime, but it didn't do none of that Saturday. It was very good the whole day.
And props out to them for getting that thing in. You know, I think the rain might have hurt the field a little bit, but you know, they waited it out and got the track. You know, that's another thing Mike had to deal with, getting the track prepped and ready, and able to do it and keep it in good shape all day long. That was pretty. Props out to them for what they do.
Yeah, he told me he had to scrape it all the way Thursday morning or something. So scraped it all the way to the 8th mile, both lanes.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it worked. Yeah, it was good. That's for sure. So, are we back for the June one, KB?
I don't know. I have to see what it's on top of. I know it's right around something I had planned, but I don't know if it's the week of or.
Gotcha.
I think I have to look and see.
Chad, you in? If you can get in the show here for the 16.
If Shane posted, he's not gonna be there. I mean,
I know y'all was talking about the rain. I don't think it's got nothing to do with the rain. I think it's got to do with Mr. Maddox wins all of them.
I was talking to Bale, to Thomas over there Saturday, and I did confirm, Chad, you were right. He gets a hold of Tammy's Facebook account on the Calcutta. That is him. She told me she had nothing to do with that.
Thomas was fussing Saturday night to my dad that he said, I don't know why we didn't do a Calcutta. I could have made some money Saturday.
I said something to him. I said, yeah. I said, we talked about you last week on the show. He said, you did. I said, it was good. I said, we were talking about the Calcutta. And I said, and Chad said that he'd be the first one to pick. He said, you got that right. And I said, but you're trying to go incognito. And she's sitting on a golf cart. She said, yeah, that's all him. That has nothing to do with me.
I don't think she ever posts on Facebook. It's always him.
So you got to tell me. Yeah. It's an alias, what he's doing. But
he's a troublemaker. You got to watch out for him.
That's right. Stirs it up, don't he?
Oh, he stirs the pot every chance he gets.
But going back to your question, yeah, I mean, my intentions are to make the next ones if I don't have anything unexpected come along that I'm aware of. But I just let me give a quick. Congratulations to Ross coming over. I don't know if he's ever been to Greer, and maybe he has. I don't recall him being there too many times. But and then for Steve, I know when we was talking about last week. I mean, the list for the 16. He was still considered an alternate, so I guess there was some more dropped out between then and the actual race. But yeah, Steve's I really like Steve, Pete, and them guys that come up from the Commerce area. So glad to see them have success over there as well. But
talking about Ross, I kind of wondered. I had to run him the round after that he come in, and I wondered if he would be foot braking or put a box in, but he was still stalling it up foot braking when he rolled in 6th round. And I mean, he was only, I think he was 5 red against me. But yeah, he was still on the foot brake side of things. He didn't put a box in or nothing.
What was you on it though? I heard that too.
I was perfect.
That's what I heard.
That was another thing I wanted to touch on.
But now I'll be honest, I was actually 5. I knew we was at 6 and there would be a bye at 3. And when he left red, I bumped to be perfect. If he wouldn't have left red, I wouldn't have never bumped. I would have left at 5. I would have been 5.
Yeah. Well, I was like, man, he won't even cut poor old foot breaker no dang slack.
Oh no, I mean I didn't touch the bots. I didn't do nothing. I mean, way I feel, if he's made it that far, he's earned his way there.
Oh yeah.
There ain't no taking them lightly at that point.
Oh yeah.
Well, somebody claimed, this is Parker now, if I can trust his information, that Ross had a total of like 3 perfect lights against him on the whole day. I think he had.
Yeah, I don't know on that.
I think he had 1 or 2 against him in the foot brake, and then Shane was triple O against him, and once he switched over into the main event.
Yeah, he's always. What I mentioned earlier, he had a dragster, I believe, the year that Parker won the bracket finals.
He was down to, I think, 5 maybe with us that year.
Yeah, because you and Parker.
Or he might have even been in the sim. No, he was down to 5.
Because it was you, Parker, and Rob Painter, right?
At 5?
Greer, I believe.
Maybe
right?
So. I know. Yeah. I think I run Scotty Watts at 3. So I think Ross was at 5.
But I was thinking about him, in the dragster, and then he's
well, that's why I kind of expected him to be trans braking when he come around there that round, but he was definitely still foot braking.
His dad's been at it for a long time too, Jamie. They've always raced, but anyways, but yeah, I think it definitely sets up for June to be a good one. And I know we're actually Greer's closed this week, and I know Kevin them got PDRA got cut short or got canceled. So you got Rockingham Racing, you got Shady Sides Racing. I'm probably missing other races, but there's a lot of racing going on. Just good luck to everybody that is racing. Being Memorial Day, just remember the folks that give the sacrifice that they did to help us to be able to do what we can do. It's being free and that here in this country. So just remember that, and thankful for the ones that are still with us and still active, fighting for us. That's huge for us. Y'all got anything else?
No, I appreciate y'all getting on here. And
one more thing, Rusty. You done good leading the prayer Saturday, but me and Bristol was kind of hoping you was going to sing the national anthem.
Oh yeah. I don't know why didn't do that.
Hey, if you think that you got a small car count because of you and your driving ability, whatever was left there on the property would have left.
I mean, I was disappointed. I really thought you was going to do it. But
hey, listen, if Big A would have joined in with me, we'd have belted it out. But he wasn't digging it, so we didn't do it.
Yeah,
appreciate y'all, man.
Good, though.
Appreciate y'all coming on and being with us. Everybody watching. I know Greer's off this week. We got our next points race, number 5, and the Gear Jammers, right?
Yeah, the Gear Jammers. Yep.
That's the first time they'll be back. They hadn't been there in a while, so that'd be cool to see.
And we'll talk about it on the next show. But I seen posted at Greer there's a 530 index, no times on the box, no time runs, no time slips. I don't know all the story, all the rules and regulations, but Mike had talked about it over the other week. But it's like a 16 car field, or minimum 16 cars, but it's $2,000 purse, $100 entry fee. But look like it'll be really impressive, something fun to watch, something good for us to talk about.
Yeah, it'll be interesting for sure.
But again, what is our motto here at Fat Rabbit Stick Show?
You tell it. You got it, Tom. Go ahead.
Give us a mic and an opportunity.
That's all. That's all we need. Shane, congratulations again.
Thank
Chad, KB, thanks for being on with us.
Yeah, thanks for letting us.
Good luck to y'all boys if y'all go racing this week.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. See y'all.
See y'all.
See you, buddy. Thank y'all. Have a good week. Well, that turned out pretty good, didn't it?
I think so.
Well, I guess we'll take it home here. I appreciate it, and that was a pretty good show, man.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. See you.
See you, bud.